Defined by the Merriam-Webster dictionary as, quote, an expression of opinion or preference, end quote. A concept well known by all Americans, as it should be, considering how many things about this country are decided by elections. President, judges, mayors, and governors are all voted upon by the general population, and if not, they are decided by elected officials. Considering how much of our country's government revolves around voting in elections, would it make sense for Americans to make their opinions heard through ballots? Interesting enough, that's not what's happening. The 2016 U.S. Census Bureau says that only 63% of all people registered to vote did vote. That doesn't seem that bad unless you realize that only 72% of America is even registered to vote. In reality, only 45% of America is even voting in these elections, even though they could determine the fate of our country. Personally, I believe that everyone should vote because everyone has an opinion. In American democracy, we value our ability to choose who's in elected office and revel in the fact that we have a say in what goes on in the political world. However, when less than half the country is voting regularly, we have to ask ourselves, what do we have to lose? Is this really democracy? Well, I'll tell you what you have to lose. In 2018, black voters are finding out just what the heck they have to lose. Nazis and Klansmen march openly and proudly, and hate crimes appear on the rise. Police killings of people, especially black people, remain largely the same from year to year. And this iteration of the Justice Department has largely abdicated its responsibility in reducing police brutality. And the infant mortality crisis is tightening its grip on the most marginalized communities, particularly black and brown communities. And across many economic metrics, from evictions to generational wealth to segregation, disparities are either stagnating or trending in the wrong direction. 50 years after the Kerner Commission's report said the country was, quote, moving toward two societies, one black, one white, separate but equal, end quote, the prophecy has all but been fully realized, particularly under this president and his racist administration. Yes, many people will argue that of course we have a democracy, we still have elections, and the country is run by the president. But look at it this way. The whole purpose of democracy is for every person to have a say in what goes on. And when less than half of the country is voting, not everyone's voice is being heard. And when not everyone's voice is being heard, that's not a democracy. What concerns me is the fact that most of the people who don't vote are young, those who are only 18 to 24 years of age. And even though many people are opinionated and have different beliefs and ideas, most millennials, that's individuals 18 to 29 years old, have removed themselves from the electoral process. When I first heard these statistics, I was shocked, and I always assumed that everyone votes. But that's not really the reality. What I found hardest to believe was the fact that only about half of the millennials actually actively voiced their thoughts. Because of this, and because of the fact that young voters quite literally have the future of this country in their hands, I urge any and all people, young and old, to realize how big of a part of democracy voting really is, and to use the opportunities given to them to make a difference in America. Citizens of many countries complain about the world around them, and many don't have an option to change their opinion or to change the world. However, you all do. The youth of America have the power to make decisions that can affect the country and do so. If you don't like the way America is run and yet you don't vote in elections or make your opinions heard, then you and not the government, you are at fault. I hope that by me providing this information to you, I have helped you to realize in just some small measure the importance of voting. Because with the power to choose what happens in this country, we make America stronger. You personally can make America a stronger country by making the electoral process better, and that means voting. God bless you all. Thank you all very much for coming out. Don't forget to register to vote if you haven't already registered. If anybody wants some food, take a sandwich home with you. We have some left. Please help yourselves. Thank you all once again. Mike, I want to thank Mike. I want to thank everybody who came out today, all the elected officials. God bless you all.
Thank you. Good. What sounds good.
Hey, if there are any panelists left, if you guys can sit, I want to take a picture. Y'all?
Yeah, Darcel, everybody up front. Can I get a picture of you?